Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
I am Doomsvince. This is day 161 of Spawn Year.
This is one of the more solid issues of Spawn I've read in a while, and surprise, surprise, Spawn himself doesn't get a lot of opportunity to mess it up because he's largely in the background. The story concentrates almost exclusively on Sam Burke, and most of it is told from Sam's point of view. As he struggles with his partner's injuries and feels guilty for compulsively insisting on going to the alleys to find Spawn, and I'd assume point and yell a lot for his getting them kicked off the police force, I find Sam suddenly relatable, sympathetic, and competent. His surprised and then defeatist reactions when Spawn haunts him and promises Twitch will miraculously heal, but now Spawn owns him and he must obey his every command, are rational and understandable. Sam is trying to be his usual tough and gruff self, but he's in an extremely vulnerable place, scared for his partner and, faced with the visage of death, scared for himself as well. The first assignment Sam's new master Spawn gives him is to solve all those possibly connected murders in the alleys, which include the bum Bobby took a liquor bottle off of last issue. Sam has his own personal motivations to do that anyway, so Spawn doesn't have to twist his arm or anything. Sam feels like a real detective for once, not just a guy who makes threats and stands around waiting for someone to hand him keys to a file cabinet. He checks out the crime scenes, does background research, and asks the logical people the logical questions, but still, he comes up empty. Each kill is more gruesome than the last, and the fourth comes with a baffling typewritten note. Once Twitch is back on the case with his partner, brought back to full health as Spawn said he would, Twitch notes that the letter has intentional misspelled words in it, when they initially just assumed the assailant was uneducated or an inexperienced typist. The perpetrator spelled words like pestilent correctly, but words like reckoning and choking incorrectly. There's no obvious motive and nothing connecting the murders. But then, the cliffhanger, a fifth body, and it's a child. This is, I have to admit, the start of a fairly compelling mystery, and I'm enjoying seeing Sam and Twitch have to work for Spawn just as Cog told them they would. But even as that's finally paying off, I have to wonder why Sam and Twitch don't recall or discuss that Cagliostro foretold this relationship. I also think Sam has seen enough unexplainable stuff that after Cog told him Al Simmons was back from the dead, it's strange that Sam believes Spawn's just pretending to be dead, or perhaps he just seemed a little less skeptical then than he does here. Regardless, he's beside himself at Spawn's miracle cure for Twitch and certainly can't deny his own eyes. He has plenty of reasons to be more open-minded now. I was a tad beside myself too. Last time Spawn pulled something like this, curing Terry in issue 50 to be specific, he went to hell. And he's had to conserve energy since he returned. So why does he seem to have unlimited power now? What am I missing? This issue was published a few months before Bendis' Sam and Twitch began. Man, I hope there's more of that left. And with this issue, I can see why McFarlane thought it might be warranted. Sam isn't a far cry from how Bendis wrote him, or what the last season of the animated series did with him. Whether I like or hate a move in this book right now, it's hard to know who to credit or blame since McFarlane and Holguin are sharing story credits, but I imagine most of the dialogue is Holguin's. It's certainly tighter and more natural than what McFarlane usually does. We still have a Spawn driven by unknown outside forces, which I still don't love. He's only so obsessed with solving these murders because somehow he left Fern Gully with unshakable visions of these people getting butchered, and it's driving him crazy. So we can't move on yet with his choice about whether or not to try his luck at becoming the next Bulgy until this is taken care of. I do like that he's regularly working with Cog now, like he's his Giles. The Scooby Gang scene where they're researching researching the tattoo of the man who shot Twitch, who was then shot by Sam, is fun. And it's nice to see one involved, complex story everybody's naturally involved in, instead of 3 separate subplots forced in the same comic to pad it out. For a minute, I was impressed that Sam mentions that the media suspect all these killings are related without one of those infuriating pages of talking heads. And then there it is, 2 pages later. Man, I give these guys an inch. Oh, and while it's a really amusing little detail, I find it hard to believe that Sam has written a sticky note reminding himself to purchase a Creech figure. Hey, I've got one, Sam. You can have mine. Signed, Captain Logan.